Let's talk about one mistake that can ruin your entire trip. It's called Golden Week. Originally created by China in 1999 to encourage domestic spending and tourism. It actually works. Everyone in China travels during this time. But if you get caught in it, your experience can turn into a nightmare. You won't be able to enjoy the scenery. You will be stuck in a moving crowd. People are constantly pushing from all sides. Loudspeakers on full blast. Queues for everything. Bathrooms, water, entry tickets, bus, train, restaurants. Even worse, if you are on a narrow mountain pass, there's no escape. You can't even turn back. But this isn't just about being uncomfortable. Massive crowds like this can be incredibly dangerous. Hundreds of people died in accidents that happened in Shanghai, Korea, India, England. Of course, crowd management has improved significantly in China, but I'm sure your goal is to have an amazing vacation, not to test your crowd survival skills. I am China Travel Master, helping you travel smarter in China. For the last 10 years, I've traveled through over 200 cities in China. Subscribe to my channel. I will give you practical unofficial tips on how to avoid this. Here is the number one advice for your trip to China. Avoid traveling during these days. New Year, from December 31st to January 2nd. While it's not Golden Week, it's a huge deal for young people in major cities who gather together for massive party countdowns. You will want to avoid these city centers on New Year's Eve. Spring Festival, also known as Chinese New Year. This is a big one. The dates change every year based on the lunar calendar, but it's typical in late January to February. While it's an amazing time for culture, travel is a nightmare. It's not an exaggeration to call it the largest annual human migration on Earth. Literally 1 billion people are moving to their hometown. Many smaller shops and restaurants will also be closed during this time, because owners and employees are also going back home. Labor Day, the first week of May. It used to be a full week, but it was shortened recently. Still, it's a perfect time to travel in the spring, so it gets incredibly busy. National Day, the first week of October. This is only a long holiday in the fall, and it's always packed. Some years, National Day connects with the Mid-Autumn Festival, creating a super golden week. You can imagine the chaos. A pro tip, remember to also consider the shoulder days. The day before the holiday starts and day it ends are often the busiest travel days of all. You can see tons of cars stuck in traffic jams on highway. There are some other smaller holidays. Not that crowded, but still busier than usual. I've summarized the main one for you here. Take a screenshot and don't forget to share it with your friends. What? You've booked your flight and this is the only time you can go? So you have to travel to China during a major holiday? Don't panic. I'm China Travel Master. I will help you travel smarter in China. Stick around to the end for the biggest secret I've learned from 10-year experience. First, the golden rule. Plan and book everything ahead. Many museums and famous sites like the Forbidden City and the Mogul Caves now require reservations through their official apps or websites, and they sell out weeks ahead. If you wait until the last minute, you will miss out. Booking hotels early will also save you a ton of money. And a quick insider tip, watch out for Valentine's Day and the Chinese Love Day, Qixi Festival, when hotel price can get crazy. You know what I mean. Second, always check traffic. China has gotten much better at crowd control. Many tourist spots now publish live visitors number online. Before you head out, check the stats. If it's a sea of red, pivot to plan B. Go to a less famous park, explore the cool neighborhood, or visit a small museum. Remember, you came to China to enjoy the trip, not just to wait in line for 3 hours to take a photo you could download from the internet. Alright, and now for my biggest secret for how to travel in China. Instead of fighting the crowds at a major tourist city, spend the peak holiday days exploring smaller, charming cities nearby. Most Chinese will tell you that these smaller cities often have more authentic culture and even more delicious local food. You will find unexpected surprises, but way fewer crowds. For example, instead of staying in Shanghai the whole time, spend a holiday exploring the unfamous water village near Shanghai. Yes, the language can be an issue, but that's why I'm here to help you. In future videos, I will share detailed guides on how to explore the 99% of China beyond Beijing and Shanghai. Then, once the holiday is over, and everyone goes back to work. You head to your main destination. You can now enjoy the great sights with only 1% of traffic. I've used this trick for years and it works every time. If you find this helpful, it would mean the world to me if you could click the like button and subscribe to my channel. There will be many more practical, unofficial tips for a deep dive into the real China. This is a new channel. Comment below with your biggest questions when planning a trip to China. I'm China Travel Master, helping you travel smarter in China.